In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. On the first day, he said, "Let there be light." And there was light. And on each day after, God created something new and saw that it was good. There was land and sea, sun and moon, stars in space, and animals of all kinds. And on that sixth day, God created man in his own image and glared stoically upon his creation and saw that it was very good. On that seventh day of rest, exhausted from the first full work week of time itself, do you think he kicked his feet up, turned some water into wine, and asked himself if a hot dog is a sandwich? Hot dogologists around the globe have been asking themselves this question for generations with no consensus, but today I seek to set the record straight. A hot dog in the bun is not a sandwich. It's its own entity of classification, a top-tier member on the food hierarchy. But before I go further, I want to talk about the etymology of the term hot dog. The word dog became synonymous with sausage in the 1800s because of the perceived consumption of dog meat in the sausages. Well, perceived is a bit of a stretch, you see, as in Saxony and Bavaria, Germany, dog meat was traditionally consumed in the sausages, thus making the terms interchangeable. Now to hot dog history. The modern American hot dog derived from the German Frankfurter in the 13th century as a sausage given to kings on their coronation. Yes, you heard me correctly. The ancient hot dog was a rite of passage for the royalty. Oh, how the times have changed. This tradition started with Holy Roman Emperor Maximilian II. Fast forward a few centuries, and we come to a bit of a fork in the road of hot dog lore. You see, there's two accepted origin stories. The first begins with the first time a sausage was documented to be put in the bun. German immigrant Fauchwanger was selling his sausages on the streets of St. Louis and having to hand out gloves with his purchases because people didn't want to burn their hands on the sausages. He was losing money giving free gloves with every purchase, and his wife, lacking in the American tradition of simply upcharging customers if they wanted a glove, suggested that he sell his sausages in buns. And thus, the modern American hot dog and the question of his sandwich-related origins began. Another accepted origin story happens to do with Charles Feltman. He was a pie maker selling on Coney Island. Well, this time he was selling sausages. You see, he had his cart in front of him, a stove on top to cook the sausages, and an extra compartment down below that he simply decided to use for buns. My hot dog definition, or rather Merriam-Webster's, is defined as a sandwich uses two pieces of bread, and it has meat, cheese, or other filling between it. However, my sandwich logic uses existing sandwich definitions and simple logic to create my definition here today. You see, a hot dog has one piece of bun sliced down the middle, but not all the way through. A sandwich requires two pieces of bread. Therefore, a hot dog in the bun cannot be a sandwich because the hot dog bun is only a single piece of bread. Now, you may present the argument to me that a sub or submarine sandwich uses a bun that is similar to that of a hot dog in resemblance via a U-shaped entity, a food delivery mechanism to use hot dog terminology. However, terms like grinder, hoagie, and hero don't use the term sandwich, and they describe the same food item. So where does this leave us? Well, if the word sandwich is being used in submarine sandwich and the bun is not sliced all the way through to create two separate pieces of bread, then it's not a sandwich. It's a misnomer, a mischaracterization of a food item that is simply not a sandwich. I will concede, however, if the bun is sliced all the way through to create two separate pieces of bread, then the entity would be a sandwich, but a hot dog, that is not. Now, although, you're probably getting hungry or have a headache from listening to my speech right now, and trust me, I get it, I actually had to do research for the speech, but this logic creates more questions. Is a hot dog a taco? Well, Merriam-Webster defines a taco as a corn or wheat tortilla, soft or crispy, that's folded or rolled and has seasoned meat stuffed in between it. You see, a hot dog bun is not a corn or wheat tortilla. And although a crispy hard-shell taco has a similar mode of food delivery via a U-shaped mechanism to that of a hot dog bun, meaning, it looks like this, It is not the same because the hot dog bun is not a crispy or soft corn or wheat tortilla, and therefore does not fit the Merriam-Webster definition of a taco. So where does this leave us? What is a hot dog in a bun then? Well, a hot dog in the bun, like I said earlier, is its own level of classification, a top-tier member on the food hierarchy, distinctly different from other members on the food spectrum because of the shape and content of the food delivery mechanism. You see, the hot dog bun is unique in character and style and extremely different from, for example, a hard-shell taco or a sub bun or even two pieces of white bread making a sandwich. So when God created that question on the seventh day, I could only hope and imagine that he created a solution to this question, because what a troll it would be to have created a question so existential with no solution or answer for us. I think that today I have described sufficiently what a hot dog is and isn't, but my friends in the audience, I see them back there, we have debated for hours on end about hot dogs and hot dog theory. I even call them hot dog theorists. And it's interesting to see the progression of how we've developed our hot dog theory. And we seek to, in the face of uncertainty and defeat and despair, find hope that we may spread our message just like the saints spread the gospel, that a hot dog is not a sandwich. A hot dog is not a taco. A hot dog is a hot dog. Nothing more and absolutely nothing less. Thank you.